All right. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm John Dietz. Thank you for joining me on Rainmaker Training and Coaching. Just some quick housekeeping. This is the last week for this 8:30 call. We are transitioning to something new starting next week, and I'm excited. And at the same time, just want to explain to everybody, 3 years, and we've run our course on this call. So I think it's time for something new. I think you guys are going to be excited about what we're doing. I'm going to share part of that in just a few minutes. And I want you to do me a favor right at the beginning of our conversation today. I want you to draw 5 circles, okay? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the top circle is faith. And then we have family. Next, we have work. Next circle is money. And then the next circle is health. Now, what I want you to do next is I want you to ask yourself, where am I on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being, I've got 1 foot in the ground and I'm almost dead. And 10 being, I am on fire. I am crushing this. Where are you in your faith journey? 1 to 10. Be honest. You can't grow if you're not honest. Where are you when it comes to the most important relationships in your life? Your family. Think about this before you answer it. Your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your children, your grandchildren, your siblings. Where are you when it comes to family? Then work. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not so good. 10 being your work life is on fire. And then financially, how are you doing? Now, this is not how much money you're making or how much money you're spending. This is building wealth. Where are you? How much money do you have in savings if crisis happen? Do you have 90 days worth of living expenses in savings in order to support you and your family if you were not able to work? How much money are you making when you're not working? If you were to retire today, do you have enough money to support you and your family for the rest of your life? Those are the things I want you to think about when you answer that question. And then health. What are you doing intentionally in order to make sure that you're around for a while? And, Zig Ziglar used to share his idea of exercise was take a bath, pull the plug, and fight the current. So is that your idea of exercise, or do you have a system, a strategy that you follow daily in order to make sure that you are living a healthy life? Where are you? Scale of 1 to 10. Now, the next thing I want you to do, we're going to come back to this, okay? The next thing I want you to do is I want you to draw a triangle, and I'm sure your drawing will be better than mine, but there's mine, all right? Now, at the bottom of the triangle, I want you to section off an area, and in that, I want you to write the word survive. Survive is if you're a 1, 2, or 3 on the previous questions that I asked you. Any of those areas in your life, if you're a 1, 2, or 3, you're living in survival. And survival simply means that you're just fighting to keep your head above water. You are treading water and you don't want to go down. You are fighting just to keep your head above water. You are doing everything you can, work-wise, financial-wise, just to pay the bills every month. Now, at the end of the month, you've paid your bills, you're surviving. However, it's a fight. It's a daily fight. It's a struggle. It's blood, sweat, and tears. Now, here's what I can tell you. We've all been here. We all start here. All of us. There's nobody that doesn't have this in common. Even if you're from a family who took care of you financially in order to set up your life financially so that you didn't have to worry about money, you could still be in survival in your faith. You could still be in survival with your family. You could still be in survival with your health. So nobody gets to skip this. We all live here. Here's the other thing I want you to notice. This model is broad at the bottom. In other words, there's many ways to live in survival. And you don't necessarily need training to do this. You don't necessarily need coaching to do this. You don't necessarily need systems and models and tools to do this. Just get up on what you do and do what you do naturally and work hard, works in survival. Now, as we go up the model, as we're moving up, the next thing you're going to notice is the path is becoming more narrow. In other words, there's fewer ways to the top. And when you get to the top, ultimately, there's really only one way. Now, the next level that we live in is stability. Stability is if you are a 4, 5, or 6 on any one of the questions that I asked you in the 5 areas of your life. You're moving up into stable. In other words, financially, you're making enough money to pay your bills. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. You don't have a whole lot left over. You're not putting money in savings, but you are paying your bills, and you're doing so without struggling, without fighting to survive every month. And you have a little bit left over. Maybe you're starting to put a little bit of money in savings. Things are becoming more stable, right? Your business, you're starting to close deals a little bit more often, and you're starting to see more consistency in your business. If you wanted to put a number on how many homes are you selling in survival, maybe you're selling 4 or 5 homes a year. Maybe it's 5 or 6 homes a year. It's different for everybody here, by the way, because you all have different financial situations. All right. And as you move up to stability, maybe that's 10 to 12 homes per year. Okay. You're up to 6 figures. Life is a little bit better. You're going on vacation. You have a little bit of money in savings, and life is becoming a little bit more easy. Now, the next level that we move to is success. And again, I want you to notice that the path is becoming smaller. There are fewer ways to get to the top. Now, success means that you are financially making a good living. You're putting money in savings. You have 2-3 months worth of savings in your savings account. If anything were to happen to you financially, you're going to be okay because you have money put away in order to support you and your family. You have life insurance, you have disability insurance, and you're starting to live a more successful life. Now, again, notice that the path to the top is becoming smaller. There are fewer ways to get to the top than there are to survive at the bottom. And for most of us, this is where the journey stops, all right? For most of us, we get to success and we stop. And this is, there's no judgment here, okay? So don't anybody hear me judging. I'm not. Success could be massively huge. Success could be on earning $1 million a year in commissions. Success could be I have 20, 30 rental properties that are generating $100,000 a month in passive income, or whatever it is. Success could be I've got a couple $1 million in the bank. It could be a lot of different things. And a lot of people stop right here. Again, no judgment. It's okay. If that's what is important to them, then God bless them. Life is good. However, if you're looking to make a move up this chart, in other words, if you want to go to the next level, well, the next level is significance. And significance, oh, by the way, this is 8, 9, or 10, or let's just call it 7, 8, or 9. There we go. Significance simply means that we change our focus from success about us to success for others. Our focus goes from building a better life for ourselves to building a better life for other people. Now, here's a really cool thing about this. When you move into significance, what you find is when you focus on other people and you make deposits into their lives, it's impossible to make those deposits without getting a return. It's the law of you sow what you reap what you sow. It's the biblical law of what you give comes back to you 10 times. And if I'm pouring my time and my effort and my money and everything that I know into other people, I can't help but receive it back in success. Now, if you're looking to grow to the absolute top of this model, then the top is about legacy. That's the 10. All right. Now, legacy means what difference are you making in the lives of other people? How is the world going to be different because you were here? What difference are you making in the lives of people who you've never met? What difference are you making in the lives of people who haven't even been born yet? Their children, their children's children. What is the world going to be like because you live here? Now, survive. Thrive. Survive to thrive. If you wanted to know how Survive to Thrive became a thing 3 years ago, there's the story. And here's the rest of the story. It's coming back. So in November, when I changed paths, I was told to retire Survive to Thrive, that I didn't own it, even though I started it. And I followed suit. And I'm bringing it back. Not to be a rebel. I'm bringing it back because you need it. We all do. And Rainmaker Training and Coaching is starting next week. Will be Survive to Thrive. It's coming back. The model will be 2 podcasts weekly and 3 practice and role play sessions for everybody who becomes a part of our group. The way that you become part of this group, if you haven't already, is text Rainmaker to 727-686-0404, and I will send you the registration information. This is a registration paid group. It's $100 a year. All right. It's less than $10 a month. And in order to receive all of the videos that I've been posting on YouTube over the last 3 years, there's 630 of them, by the way, those will only be on my private Facebook page, which will be for everybody who joins this group. Now, it doesn't mean I won't post on YouTube anymore. I will, but all of the training that I've been offering you over the last 3 years will no longer be on YouTube. It'll be on a private Facebook page. All right, guys, I hope you got value today. I hope that you learned something that you can use to move up this model in order to live a better life, in order to help others live a better life, in order to leave your legacy. Clarissa, talk to me.